Hello, folks. Whenever something happens in my life, I always like to pontificate. I always like to reflect and find meaning. Because that's what 3 rounds of therapy will do that for too. But what doesn't make me completely eloquent. So just to update folks, I've already let family and close friends know, but so for folks who haven't really been knowing what's been going on with me the last couple of years, I was at a really stressful job, and realizing a lot of things about my life and trying to find my way through London, and I started having heart palpitations, weight loss without trying. Like if you go back through my Instagram feed, like there are pictures where it's like in comparison to the rest of my feed, like I was really skinny. I ended up having no muscle. Even though, I was out, I was like walking everywhere, I was like doing my average stuff. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. So one night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I was thinking I was having a heart attack. Like the irregularity of my heartbeat and how fast it was when I was just lying down in my bed, it was terrifying to me. And I phoned 111. I was able to get a same day GP appointment. They forwarded me on to a wonderful specialist at St. Helier, at St. Helier Hospital. First and foremost, God bless the NHS. Fund it better. Fund the NHS better, I'm saying to the world, because without them and their support, I would still be back where I was. After a couple of appointments and blood tests, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. And Graves' disease is an autoimmune condition where your thyroid gland, which is like at the base of your neck, it's meant to be producing a hormone to basically kind of regulate your body, basically. With Graves' disease, the thing that's meant to tell your thyroid to stop producing that hormone is switched off. And so then your thyroid keeps producing that hormone, and eventually the hormone just starts attacking the thyroid. So it's an autoimmune thing. That's why I ended up with no muscle. I was losing lots of weight and the heart palpitations. It was all very scary. And I've been on medication for the last couple of years. And unfortunately, because things haven't improved in the last couple of years, when it gets to like past 18 months, you're then faced with 3 options. One, basically continue as is, see if there's any improvement, which I've already been dealing with this for like 2 years, so that didn't feel like a good option. Second was radioiodine tablets that would basically destroy the thyroid tissue, but because it's radioactive, I couldn't be around children, and I also wouldn't, I would have to socially distance from people for a while, and based on my circumstances at the moment, that's not really possible. So the last option is surgery. So I've elected to do that, and the waitlist is about a year. But a huge cause of this, it is more common in folks assigned female at birth than men, but a huge component of it is stress. A couple of years before all this happened, I had a routine blood test, and they said, you're likely to develop an overactive thyroid. And I was like, okay, what can I do about that? And they went, no. Cross that bridge when you get there. And stress is a very huge component. Like, it's why when I was at that very stressful job, things started kicking off. I guess, like, I'm turning 29 this year. I'm turning 30 next year. And I'm just reflecting on all the choices I made. And whilst I don't think it's very useful to have regrets, I think it is useful to reflect. And I wish I could, say to baby Carrie, when they were at uni specifically, but just over the years, that you do not have to do things to constantly prove yourself. And busy does not equal worth. Productivity does not equal worth. And I think I'm very prideful. I don't like feeling like I'm reliant on anything. And I think that's a very powerful quality in me, but at times is misused and puts me in a worse place, which I think is what has happened. So since my diagnosis, I've been doing a lot more to yield and surrender, basically, and be more careful about overwhelming my body. And now I've built that strength back up. I'm going to the gym and I've built that, and it's been wonderful having that muscle back and having that strength back. Because not having that, I felt powerless and it was scary. And I don't think Graves' disease is talked about enough, even though it's like I've known, there's like a couple people I know like in my immediate circle or like friends of a friends who have experienced this. I know Daisy Ridley, she recently spoke out about her Graves' disease diagnosis and is taking measures to make her life more, her quality of life better. So I just wanted to take this time to talk about it, my journey, and maybe I'll update, maybe I won't. I just want to talk about it and pontificate.